Hello friends, so today I am going to start the new chapter that is called lines and angles. So in the previous standard you know very well what is the line, what is the line segment, ray, point, angle. In this video, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about this some of the new kind of the topic, a kind of the types of the angles which is very important in our or which in a future whenever we can say that up to where you were when you up to where you have learned about the what mathematics you can see this kind of the topics are revised again and again, but actually what happen when you become a what when you go to the upper standard, then nobody will have the time to explain all such basic concept. They always use this term for their solution, but they have no time to explain. So it is very important. It is a kind of the foundation for the future. We can say that geometrical concept. In the ninth standard, you have learned the different theorem, axioms, postulates for the this what we have discussed today, and also you will prove that. But today we are going through some basic concept. First one is basic geometrical terms. What are the basic geometrical terms? So from the first or most basic term is what a point. So when you talk about the geometry, that is the what related to what related to we can say that land measurement or we can say earth measurement. So for that point is most important thing, because as you know that what everything is made up of these small particles. So if we consider the first every particle in the as a point, so it is one of the we can say that most important topic. So what is the point? We can say that a dimensionless quantity used to show position is called point. What? It is known as a point. Why? So when you search anything, like if you are using a Google map, you will find one thing, your position is shown by a circle, and circle is what? A kind of the bigger point. So how to represent the point? There is one specification you should follow for the representation of the point. First dot with the what? Capital letter. Always you have to put the capital letter along with the dot. So this is what about the most basic concept. Let me move towards another concept that is called a line. So we can say that a figure made by infinite points and has only one dimension called length is called what? A line. उसे क्या कहते हैं? एक लाइन कहते हैं. Why it is what made up of the infinite points? There is a reason behind it. What we can say that when you zoom any photo in your mobile, you will find what a blur square in it. That blur square in it is what one of the we can say that it is a pixels of the zoom. When you zoom it, the pixels become large, and which we can say that not a pixel become large. That it is the each box that made up of the whole. We can say that the image it becomes a large. So when you zoom such a kind of the ray or line, then you are saying that there are the infinite dots of the or what ink in a one line, and that makes a what a line. That's why it contains the infinite point. How to represent a line? To represent a line, you can put like what if you have a line like this, Then you can take any finite points on it. And one more thing, line extend up to infinity on both sides. Line extend up to infinity on both sides, so that's why it is infinite dimension, means one dimension containing infinite length. Then you can take any two data points on it, then you can represent like this, AB and line. Otherwise you can also represent like this, BA and line, both are same. But if you want to show it by only one letter, at that time you can represent it like this, that line with the L, M, N. But you have to use here what? Small letter. So here I am writing like this, line L. Now, next is, we can say that a ray. What is a ray? Ray means, we can say that, a kind of line form from any one point and extend up to infinity. Why we can say that it is started at any one point and it is extend up to infinity? Many times we are saying that light rays, there are light rays in our room, there are sun rays in the room. So what? This shows that it is a kind of the thing which start from one point and extend up to infinity. Sun rays, it is originated from the sun and it is reach up to the infinite distance. So here same way, this is a ray, then this is one of the end point, and we can say this is a what? Infinity point. So how to write it? We can write like this, AB ray. Same way, when you change the values, or we can say change the letters like a BA, then also arrow is changed. Why arrow is changed? Because your ray is originated from the A. And if you write like this, what? BA ray, it means what? It means this is a wrong representation for this ray. Why? Because it means that it is like this, originated from B and extend up to A. So this is matched and these are the matched by this. Now next is, we can say that fourth is called what? Line segment. What is a line segment? We can say that a part of line has finite ends is known as a line segment. A part of line has a finite ends is known as what? A line segment. Here we can say that this is a part of the line and these both have the finite end, because means these are not extended further. So this is known as a line segment. And how can we represent? We can represent like this, AB and BA. Both are same. That's why you can use element. Now from the line we have the another part that is called a intersecting line. What is the intersecting line? You can say that when two lines are intersect at one point are known as intersecting line. Example, this is one of the line and this is another line. It is line L, is it line M, which intersect at O. So what is O? O is, we can say that, point of intersection. It is known as a point of intersection. Now, next is concurrent lines. So what is a concurrent lines? We can say that when more than two lines are passed through one point are known as what? Intersecting line. Sorry, not intersecting line, it is known as what? We can say that concurrent lines. Example, these when pass through like this, when another is like this, when another is like this, and there is a point O. So O is known as a point of concurrency. So these are known as what? Concurrent line, because more than two lines, when more than two lines are passed through one point, then they are known as a concurrent lines. So now let me move toward the another, that is called a kind of the line is a parallel lines. 8 parallel lines. So what are parallel lines? We can say that two lines have equal distance at every respective points are known as means what? Parallel lines. How we can see this? That the lines that drawn on your notebook are called parallel lines, because when you observe that all the lines drawn in your notebook have the equal spacing every respective points. Now how can we represent? We can represent like this. L is parallel to M. There is a special symbol, double line. This double line shows what? Double line shows parallel line. Now next is perpendicular line. So we can say that when a line or we can say or a ray intersect at 90 degree is known as perpendicular to each other. Like this is a line, and we can say this is a ray which is perpendicular to one point, that is O. So how can you represent this? We can say that there is a one special symbol for the perpendicular line. That symbol is, here I will show you. Here I am showing you that this thing I can write like this. OP is perpendicular to, simply we can say that OP is perpendicular to AB. This is known as perpendicular sine. Now, next basic concept is what we can say that angle. So what is angle? We can say that when two lines are intersect at one point, or other thing is what we can say that when two rays are originated from one point. Here I can say that two rays are originated from one point, and space between those two rays are known as angle. Now these rays are should be non-parallel. What? They should be a non-parallel, otherwise if they are parallel, then we can say that they cannot form an angle. So here write like this. So as a point B, A and C. So what is a B? B is known as a vertex. What is A, BA and BC? They are arms. And the space between these is called an angle. Now, let me see some of the types of angle one by one. First is complementary angle. The basic type you know very well. What is a right angle, what is acute angle, what is obtuse angle. So I don't need to explain it. So now the first is, that is a topic number 11, but it is a part of the angle. So here I am writing like this: complementary angles. Okay, how to represent the angle? We can represent the angle by three ways. First, that the vertex where the angle is formed is called a that should be present in between the other letters. So it is like ABC. Second is CBA, and you can show by individually also. Now, complementary angles. Here I can write like this: sum of two angles is 90 degree are known as complementary angle. Complementary angles of each other. So the example is like this, that I have the two angle A, B and C with the 60 degree, and there is another angle is what? Angle P Q R is equal to 30 degree. So see, when I add both of these, that angle A, B, C plus angle P, Q, R, what I got? I got the 60 plus 30 and it becomes 90. Therefore, angle A, B, C and angle PQR are complementary angles. Now, after complementary angles, we have the another, that is supplementary angles. So what is supplementary angles? We can say that sum of two angles is 180 degree are known as supplementary angle of each other. When sum of the two angle is 180 degree are known as a supplementary angle of each other. So you see here, that is I have one angle is what 60 degree. It is A, B and C, and I have another angle which is 120 degree and it is P, Q and R. And when you add angle ABC plus angle PQR, you are getting 60 plus 120, then it becomes 180 degree. Therefore, they are supplementary angle of each other. Now, so there are some properties of supplementary angle and complementary angle. One of the properties, if both the complementary angles are equal, then each angle is equal to what? 45 degree. Same way, if both the angles of the supplementary angles are equal, then it is what? 180 degree. Sorry, 90 degree. Each one is 90 degree. In a complementary angles, both are acute angles, but in a supplementary angles, that both are right in a one case. Otherwise, there should be one acute and other one is obtuse. So these are the notes related to the complementary angle. Now let me move toward the another angle, that is called adjacent angle. So now 13, we can say that adjacent angle. So what are the adjacent angles? We can say that two angles share a common arm and common vertex, or have, not a share, have a common arm or common vertex is known as, are known as complementary angles. So see that I have written like this, I will draw like this angle O, A, B and C. So see what happened. Angle AOB and angle COB share an arm called what? Called OB and vertex O. Therefore, angle AOB and angle COB are complementary angles. Now what? In a complementary angles we can say that if sometimes the question is asked like this, whether AOC and BOC are complementary angle. Here they share one common vertex, one common arm, but BOC is the part of AOC, so we cannot say that they are complementary. They should not be a part of each other. Now, one of the most important topic, it is a topic number 14, is called linear pair, or it is a key of solving a many questions. So what is a linear pair? We can say that the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree are known as linear pair. Or another definition is what? When two adjacent angles form a line are known as linear pair. उसे क्या कहेंगे? लीनियर पैर कहेंगे. जैसे कि हम लोग एग्जांपल ले लीनियर पैर का, तो यहां पे हो जाएगा एक ही लाइन के ऊपर अगर मैं एक रे ड्रॉ करूं, when I draw a ray on any line, I got the two adjacent angle, and those two adjacent angle forms a what? Linear pair. So let me see that this is a line. The line name is AB, and there is one another line, we can say that OC. Then you will find that these two angles are adjacent to each other. Why adjacent to each other? Because they share a common arm OC. So here I am writing like this: AOC and BOC are adjacent angle. First step is clear. One more condition: angle AOC and angle BOC's non-common arm form a line called AB. Therefore, angle AOC and angle BOC form a linear pair. So whenever we can say that any angle form, any pairs of angle form a linear pair, at that time sum of these two angles is what? 180. Clear? Now, there is one question in our textbook that if we shift this handle on this way, so what happened? So we can say that the width of this part is increased as much the part is decreased here. यानी कि एक बढ़ेगा तो दूसरा कम हो जाएगा. Now, let me move toward the last but not least. We can say that another angle is called vertically opposite angle. It is also one of the most important property. So first, what is it for? It is a 15th number vertically opposite angles. So in a vertically opposite angle, the definition is means a pair of opposite angles formed in two intersecting lines are known as vertically opposite angle. So we can say that when opposite angle formed by two intersecting line, we have the two intersecting line. This is first line, this is second line. This is line M, this is line M. Here they are intersecting at O. We have the name that A, C, D and B. So when you these two intersecting line intersect at one point, then the angle opposite to a vertex on the other side are called a vertically opposite angle. So this one is, we can say that, and this pair is known as vertically opposite angle. Here we can say that angle AOD and angle BOC. This is my first pair. Another one is angle AOC and angle BOD are vertically opposite angles. And there is one property of the, we can say, vertically opposite angle is, vertically opposite angles are always equal. You can make any kind of the line, you will get the same answer. We can say that vertically opposite angles are always equal. Therefore, angle AOD is equal to angle BOC and another angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. So here student, I have explained not all kind of the means what topic, but here I am explaining the topics up to the next exercise, that is what 5.1. So remember all this topic because it is very helpful for the first exercise. Thank you very much.